Hey everybody, welcome to Mobility. I don't know a lot about this game. What I do know about it is that the whole kind of vibe is that it's like an accessible platformer, so you can like make the game easier and stuff. But yeah, I don't know much about it. Someone recommended this game to me, so hopefully it's good. When wall sliding, hold down to slide faster. Perfect. Okay. Um. Oh, what? Oh, there's a double jump. I see. I see. Um. This is like some Cuphead Whoa! Cuphead tutorial stuff. Long jump. While crouching, press left face button for a horizontal jump. Cool. So, one thing I was thinking about recently was water. Because if you've ever drank water, and if you've ever drank water from different sources, you know that it has a tendency to taste different depending on, let's see, each of those blocks is a switch. Jump against it, sure. Oh, it's the bubble shows me like how wide, like how close I need to get. That's pretty cool. Anyway, God, what was I trying to say? I genuinely can't think. If you've ever drank water and then drank water from a different source, you might notice that it tastes different. And I had this experience recently. I was on holiday in England. And as you know, I live in Scotland. I mean, hopefully you know that. And, well, basically, the water doesn't taste the same. And that's fine, and it does depend where you live in England. It doesn't really depend where you live in Scotland. Water tends to taste pretty much awesome, no matter where you are in Scotland. People make a big fuss about Scottish water, and they're right to do so. It's fantastic. But the thing that I wanted to talk about basically was bottled water, which I try to avoid because you know the plastic bottles are bad for the environment. There is a way you can make it better, which is like aluminium cans, because plastic, I think you can only recycle plastic like 7, maybe 8 times, and generally it's not even recycled that much, right? It's recycled less than that. But with aluminium, you can recycle that forever, and like you never will lose any part of it in the process, or at least that's what I've heard, is that aluminium's infinitely recyclable compared to plastic, which is I definitely know for a fact that one is not infinitely recyclable. And so, okay, plastic bottles, they're bad. Why do I want to talk about bottled water? Well, sometimes it's kind of hard to avoid. You're thirsty, you don't have a bottle with you, or there's nowhere for you to refill your bottle, so you buy a bottle of water. We're all guilty of it, and I don't think that it's something to be ashamed of. It's just something to be conscious of, that it's not necessarily a good habit. And today I was drinking some Highland Spring water, which is a brand of water in Scotland. It's you know, it comes from the Highlands, probably. It's called Highland Spring. And I was thinking, you know, this is what water tastes like. This is, you know, the taste of this water is very familiar to me. While I was in England, I had Buxton, and they do sell Buxton here, and they do sell Highland Spring in England as well. Significantly less than in Scotland. I mean, you can't go to a convenience shop or a supermarket without finding Highland Spring, you certainly can go to all of those places in England without ever seeing it. But the Buxton tastes kind of bad. Like, I actually don't like the taste of it, which it feels kind of ridiculous to say that, because, like, it is just water. Water shouldn't taste bad, but sometimes water does taste bad. And I think that was an example of it. I didn't like the taste of the water. I put up with it, because at the end of the day, it is just water. But actually, I preferred the water that I was most familiar with. And part of that probably does have to do with the familiarity. I have a problem with food, which is that I eat a pretty limited, and it's getting better, I eat a pretty limited palette of food. So I've been trying to, like, expand that more. But I haven't quite braved the food that I know that I don't like. The food that puts me off, texture-wise, smell-wise, stuff like that. Like, I have not, you know, quite put myself up to that challenge yet. I saw a person on TikTok. They ate olives, I think it was, every day until they didn't hate them anymore. Like, they didn't like olives, and they ate them every day until they liked them. And it only took like 9-10 days or something before they were like, yeah, I can eat olives now. They're still not my favorite, but I don't hate them. And that was really interesting to me, because I know about the idea of an acquired taste. Like, I know about that, and obviously we're all on some level probably familiar with it. But I find it so fascinating that you can, in such a short amount of time, kind of train yourself into liking something that you didn't like before. And it's actually, it's a good prospect for me. I have, what am I trying to say? I'm vegetarian now, and that also limits the food that you eat. So it's very important that when you go on a diet like that, that you are, you know, still eating a variety of food, and you're not getting caught up on the same ones all the time. Obviously, if it works, it works. Like, I guess it's not that bad. If you, like, have a solid diet, right? Like, that could still happen, obviously. But in the case that, like, you know, it wasn't necessarily a solid diet. It's just something to be aware of, right? When you're going on a diet like vegetarianism or veganism, stuff like that. You want to, like, make sure that you're still eating right despite that. And I thought, you know, I need to get myself out there and eat more foods, which I've been doing. The big thing for me is I've never had pasta, and people always, when I tell them this, they're like, that's ridiculous, you've never eaten pasta, like, that can't be true. But it is true. I don't like the texture of it, I don't like the smell or the look of it. I've never eaten it, and it has me wondering, should I undergo this experiment myself and just eat pasta until I like it? It would significantly increase the number of options that I have available to me, right? Like, not having that when it's such a common food and such a cheap food as well is kind of limiting. And so I guess that's what it's come down to with the water thing, is obviously I like Highland Spring. It's what I'm familiar with. It tastes like Scottish water, because it is Scottish water. And I don't know, I just found that interesting, because it's water, it's something that I kind of take for granted. But there's also a preference there. Like, people say, oh, water, you know, it has no taste. It's like the default flavor, but it's really not. Like, there is more to it than that. And I think it's great. I like water. Like, I don't want to take it for granted. I want to appreciate it. And sometimes water is exactly what you need, right? Sometimes water is exactly what you're looking for. And, you know, for as tasty as a Pepsi Max can be, sometimes you just need water. Sometimes what you need in the moment is water. And I'm not sponsored by Pepsi, by the way. Just throwing that out there. I like Pepsi Max. You don't need to like it. You don't need to drink it. It's better if you don't. It's bad for your teeth. I didn't know this. I did know this. Obviously, I knew that Pepsi was bad for your teeth. But I didn't quite realize the degree to which, because I always thought that Pepsi was bad for your teeth because Pepsi has sugar. Like, sugar is the main part, because the, like, you know, bacteria or whatever, it feeds off of sugar, and it likes when you give it sugar. And this is why, like, chocolate and stuff is bad for your teeth too. Except also you get chocolate with quite low sugar content, and that's actually really tasty. Dark chocolate and stuff, that's really cool. But no, it's actually like the sugar is bad, but like drinking the sugar-free version is still not much better. So, you know, another thing to be aware of, I guess. To actually talk about the game for a bit, it's pretty fun. I don't get the hype. Like, I'm enjoying playing this, but you know, when I was told to play this, it was sold to me like it's the most fucking amazing game ever. It's a precision platformer. I've kind of a little bit been avoiding the hard, like, settings, just because I'm not that good at it, and I want to make some progress in the game. But then I consider, like, you know, how much does that matter? It doesn't feel like progress is super tangible in this game, on account of the fact that the levels are pretty freeform. Like, I can do them in, you know, pretty much any order, it seems like. So I don't know, I feel like I'm just kind of looking for levels, walking around looking for levels. But it's fun. Like, I like the level designs, they're pretty sick. Yeah, give it a try. This is called Mobility. It's free on itch.io. You can go play it. Can I play as the Scarf Cat? Hold on, that's cool. They have different movesets, or are they just skins? I think they're just skins. But that's cool. I can, like, be a little cat.